All right. Welcome, Vibeke, to our little Thermonet Europe interview. You're from Dentonet, and I am very curious to learn more about you. So, can you please introduce yourself and your background and your professional role in Dentonet?
Yes, thank you. My name is Vibeke Christensen, and I'm working in Dentonet Laboratory. Dentonet is a part of NCC Industry Denmark, where I have been working for 30 years.
Wow.
Dentonet has a bentonite pit at Tåsinge, which is a small island in Denmark.
Mm.
The picture shows from there. The bentonite clay is processed in our production factory in Odense.
All right. Yes.
Yes. And for about 17 years ago, we started developing sealing products. And one of the product types was sealing material for geothermal boreholes.
Wow.
Over the years and in collaboration with our salespeople and customers, there has been a lot of further development on these products. And during this work, I became acquainted with Thermonet, which I think is a very interesting way to build energy supply plants.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree with you, Vibeke. It's an interesting. Yeah.
Yes.
Can I ask you, mm, what is it about Thermonet that you find particularly interesting?
I think it's because it's a green solution,
Yeah.
and this motivates me a lot. And of course, it's a possibility for Dentonet's products to be used for these projects.
Yeah. 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 Super. Yeah. So so you have been in Dantonet NCC in 30 years, and what's your background?
I'm a laboratory technician.
Ah, all right. Yes. Right. Super. Right. Um, So what would you like to talk about now? Would you like to talk about your products and how you get from this beautiful view on Tåsinge and to the products that you produce?
Yes, I would like to
Yes.
do that.
Super.
And I just switch on.
Yeah.
We produce two products for geothermal boreholes, Dentocontamal C2L and C2LM, which both are products for sealing geothermal boreholes. The Dentocontamal C2LM product is for logging, and it's if you want to document the location of the material in the borehole when it has been pumped down.
Ah,
And the products, they are tested in relation to required and desirable properties. Required properties are thermal conductivity and especially hydraulic conductivity.
hmm.
Uh,
So we
the,
want to be able to transport the heat, so to speak.
yes,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
high thermal conductivity on the product secure a good heat transfer from the formation to the brine in the pipes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which makes
And
it effective, I presume. Yeah.
yes, and the very low hydraulic conductivity means a very tight product. So after a proper installation in the borehole, this will prevent contamination of groundwater.
Yeah. Which is of
Um,
course important because
it's very important.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, and we also did we did not do the freeze thaw test, but they did it in Germany on a
Yeah.
laboratory there. Um, it's where it is tested in 6 cycles from first 20 hours at -10 degrees, and then 20 hours at 8 degrees. And after each cycle, the hydraulic conductivity is tested and assessed, and Dentricon Thermal C2L complies with the requirements. And this tests show if the product still achieves a sufficiently low hydraulic conductivity to prevent contamination of groundwater after influence of temperature flocculation from the brain.
Okay, yeah. So it's compliant regardless of which country in the EU we would like to use it, or?
No, I think they want to know it also in Denmark, but it's in Germany maybe is the first mover, and
Oh,
they have set up these requirements.
all right.
And
Okay.
when we, yes, we sell to Germany, and we have
Yeah.
to do this test.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then we have desired properties, and therefore we have tested if they can be used in salt water, if this is present in the boreholes. And results shows that they can be used if salt water is present without any reduction in the properties. So that's a very good thing.
Yeah.
Furthermore, it's tested how the product will be affected if there's a difference in the pressure in the sealing product and water pressure in the formation when the product is pumped down the borehole. This can give dehydration in the sealing product. And when we tested this, we found out that even in a worst case situation where water is pressed out of thermal C2L, values are achieved that comply with the requirements for the products. The hydraulic conductivity achieves the same low value as the samples tested without prior water loss, and the same with the compressive strengths. So it doesn't affect the product that the water, if water is pressed out.
All right.
And the thermal conductivity increases significantly. It gets a very high thermal conductivity after this test.
All right. So
So
very effective. Yeah.
yes. So these products, they are well tested and suitable for sealing geothermal boreholes.
Yeah. And talking about geothermal boreholes, what are the depths that you work with?
Mostly, I think it's from 100 to maximum 200 meters.
Right.
This is a picture from our laboratory.
Yes. And what is she actually holding there?
It's bentonite after it has been pressed.
Yeah. Super. So would you like to talk more about your products, or would you like to tell us a bit about maybe one of the ThermoNet projects that you have taken part of?
Yes, I would like that.
Yeah, super.
Especially the project Thermo Road in Hornsyld.
Yeah.
It stands out because it's an overall solution where the road acts as energy source for a ThermoNet, where heat is given and taken. So it's the cooling system in summertime.
Yeah.
We also deliver to other products. I think it's 8 projects.
And
Yes.
where in Denmark, in Germany, or?
No, only in Denmark.
Only in Denmark. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So so when you enter a Thermonet project, what is your journey like? I mean, from start to end, where in the project do you enter?
It's our product end when the hole is filled up with material.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm. Ja.
Det havde vi måske også her på sted. Maybe I can find a picture.
Yes, from one of your products.
Yes.
Yes.
It's here.
So what do we see
That's-
here?
We see the pipes and they have pumped the material down and finished it.
Okay. Yeah.
And then it's, I suppose, ready to be connected.
Exactly. But that's someone else's job, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So do you sometimes meet challenges when you have Thermonet projects, some obstacles along the way, or is it just smooth and easy for you to take part of a Thermonet project?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
It
Yeah.
is, yes.
Yeah. So regardless of the underground, then your product can stand the test.
Yes.
Yeah.
It can.
Okay. Yeah. But that's nice. Yeah. So, anything that you are especially proud of when it comes to Dentonet and your products?
Yes, I'm proud of that we have a very good cooperation with our customers, and we can work together on how to make the product better. And we have done that together. I think that's a very good way of working.
Mm. So actually also maybe sometimes develop something specific for one project so it works perfect.
Yes, if they want a special way or a special product, we do that.
Okay. Okay, that's very flexible. Thinking about this association, you have been part of Thermonet Denmark and now Thermonet Europe. What do you hope actually to gain from being a member?
Yes, I hope that Thermonet Europe will mean that the sealing materials for geothermal wells will become even more widespread,
Yeah.
and that we will and that we thereby can have even more experience and knowledge about our products.
Yeah. So and any kind of projects they could contact you to have a talk and some ideas about how to deal with sealing. Would you be open to take any kind of conversation with around projects around Europe?
Yes, and together with our salespeople, we
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. You have local salespeople in
Yes, we have.
Yeah, in many of the European countries?
In the northern and in Germany.
In Germany. Okay, super.
Yes.
Yeah. Super, yeah. So if we take a ride, Vibeke, in the chopper, in the helicopter, and see and look at the future. I know that's not that easy, but how do you see the future of Thermonet?
Oh, I believe it will grow in the
Yeah.
coming years.
Yeah. And why do you think so?
Because it's a very good opportunity for energy supply. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And why is it important that Thermonet succeeds?
What?
Why is it important that Thermonet succeeds?
Oh, it's very important for
The
where it's very difficult to have other way of having energies. Then you
right.
can have this kind of energy sources.
Yes. Yeah,
And because of that, it's a green solution.
it is. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
for the
So
future, I think.
yeah. Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, yeah. So what is needed for Thermonet to be a success, do you think? What is needed if we want Thermonet to be a success?
Yeah, more projects.
Yes, more
Yes.
projects. Yes. Yeah, yeah. And I think the good thing is that when you look at a project and all the expertise a project needs and all the products a project needs, then it's all there, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice. So Vibeke, anything you would like to add to your presentation of Dentonet?
No, I think
No.
that's all.
Okay. But then I hope that the people will open their eyes to this opportunity of working with Thermonet and sealing the pipes. Yeah. And thank you very much for taking your time for this interview. It was really interesting to listen to you.
Thank you.